I've been hearing a lot of people talking about the prospect of Donald Trump pardoning Derek Chauvin. Derek Chauvin is that police officer that murdered George Floyd in the streets of Minneapolis. They're saying, yeah, we should let him off. George Floyd was a bad guy. Donald Trump is going to pardon him. Well, here's what I've got to tell those dumb fucks and anybody else that isn't aware of what the situation is. Derek Chauvin does have some federal charges that he was convicted of, and he is in a federal prison. However, after he serves his federal term, he's got 22 years to pay off in the state prison system. So even if Donald Trump did pardon him, he would just be moved to a state prison in Minnesota here for the next 22 years. So you can talk all you want, but you aren't going to accomplish anything, and you'll just cause problems for yourself. Now, what I find troubling more than anything is when I look at the comments and videos, people talking about pardoning Derek Chauvin. They all say the same things. They say, well, he was a career criminal. He did this. He did that. As if you do have a criminal track record that you deserve to be murdered in the streets. Well, that's just not how America works. Now, if you want to change that by way of Congress or whatever, that's something different. But what's important to understand is if you want to change that because maybe George Floyd was a bad person, at least in your mind, that it was okay that Derek Chauvin did what he did in the streets of Minneapolis. I want to remind you that Donald Trump has been convicted of 34 felonies, been adjudicated as a sexual predator, has caused all kinds of security problems for this country. So if you do that to George Floyd, maybe impeachment isn't the way we should go with Donald Trump. If we're going to go by the way you suggest, because somebody's a bad person, that this can happen in any street in America by a police officer, well, be careful what you fucking ask for.